The town of Lincoln is home to some of the most stunning bodies of fresh water in Maine. From quiet, remote ponds to fully developed lakes. Come along as we explore the beautiful 13 lakes of Lincoln. Upper Coldstream Pond consists of two separate basins, which are connected by a culvert passing under the Transalpine Road. Locally, we know them as the Big and Little Narrows. The Big Narrows covers 499 acres with a maximum depth of 66 feet. It's a great recreational lake with clear spring-fed water. Most evenings, one will see pontoon boats cruising the waters, boaters waving at campers, having their evening fires. There is public boat access on this lake. Little Narrows covers 186 acres with a maximum depth of about 32 feet. The shoreline is fully developed, a lot more so now than when my family had a camp on this lake many years ago. There is public boat access near the culvert at Transalpine Road. Little Round Pond is a typical small kettle hole pond in a scenic setting of spruce and white birch. Round Pond covers 10 acres with a maximum depth of 20 feet. There is limited access to this pond. Now, talk about quiet and peaceful. Long Pond is a long, narrow, and shallow lake with pickerel, perch, and bass. It has an area of 153 acres with a maximum depth of 46 feet. Long, caribou, and egg ponds are surrounded by mixed-growth trees with Rawlins Mountain to the east and Bagley Mountain to the north. A public boat launch is located on the Sweet Road in North Lincoln. From this ramp, one can navigate all the way to Egg Pond, a nice, pleasant boat ride. Caribou Pond is a shallow water lake with pickerel, bass, smallmouth and largemouth, and perch. Caribou and long ponds are connected. It has an area of about 544 acres. Egg Pond is also a shallow water lake with an area of 128 acres. Egg Pond is connected to Caribou through a narrow, rocky thoroughfare. It is quiet and beautiful, and like Long and Caribou, not a bad place to do some relaxing kayaking. Beautiful little center pond covers 192 acres with a maximum depth of 12 feet. Fish include white and yellow perch and pickerel. Cumberlassie Pond covers 211 acres and has a maximum depth of 36 feet. It has about 3 miles of beautiful shoreline. Here, fishermen will find a variety of fish, including pickerel, brook trout, largemouth bass, and smallmouth bass. Snag Pond, or as us locals know it as Stump Pond, is a shallow man-made lake. The lake has largemouth and smallmouth bass, white and yellow perch, and pickerel. There is a primitive public boat launch on Frost Street. Stump Pond has an area of about 160 acres and a maximum depth of 13 feet. Upper Pond is the first of 4 lakes that are connected and drain into the Penobscot River. It covers 506 acres with a maximum depth of 31 feet. Upper Pond is quiet with limited development on its shores. Crooked Pond is another in the series of 4 medium-sized ponds whose outlet waters flow through Lincoln. One way of reaching the pond is by boat via Folsom Pond. Total area is about 220 acres and a maximum depth of 30 feet. Crooked and Folsom are great ponds to explore, great canoeing and kayaking. Folsom Pond is another of the so-called Mattanawcook lakes that drain into the Penobscot River. It has an area of 282 acres and a depth of 18 feet. Folsom Pond, like the others in this chain of waters, is best suited for warm water game species. There is a public boat ramp on this pond. Mattanawcook Pond is the last of the chain of 4 lakes that drain into the Penobscot River in Lincoln. The shores of the lake extend right into the city limits of Lincoln, where there is Prince Thomas Park, with a sandy beach, bathrooms, playground, picnic tables, and grills. The pond is well suited for warm water game fish and smallmouth bass. It has an area of 830 acres and a mean depth of 9 feet. There is over 11 miles of shoreline, and from the gazebo on Main Street you can see wonderful sunrises over this lake. There is a public boat launch in Prince Thomas Park off Lake Street in downtown Lincoln. The 13 lakes of Lincoln show their diversity in recreational use, from quiet canoeing and kayaking to fishing, tubing, water skiing, pleasant pontoon rides, and float plane use. You can't beat spending summers on the shores or live year-round to enjoy all 4 seasons. This is truly a special place.